So we're continuing our series this month for women-owned small businesses. And today we are on Little Debbie Parkway in Ooltewah, Tennessee at Callie Doyle's Doyle Family Dentistry. And today we are going to talk to Callie about her lifelong dream to be a dentist and her journey into owning her own practice here in Ooltewah. So if you are a female who is interested in owning her own business, or if you're already a business owner, or if you just want to know more about the beautiful Callie Doyle, then you've come to the right place. Let's get started. All right, so Callie, tell us a little bit about Doyle Family Dentistry and your transition into going to dental school and then opening Doyle Family Dentistry here in Ooltewah with your husband Tobin and yourself.
When I was a small child sitting in my dentist chair, I just had this sense overcome me, and I realized that my calling was to be a dentist.
Wow.
So I can't really explain it, but that was something that was always in the back of my head.
Okay.
And then as I pursued different paths in undergrad, and first thought I was going to be a counselor and then youth minister, I just continued to come back to dentistry.
Okay.
So when I graduated with a bachelor's in youth ministry, I was working as a dental assistant. I had that nag inside me, just you're not fulfilling all of your dreams.
Right.
And so I decided to take the necessary classes, take the entrance exam, and I was accepted into dental school. And it is so amazing to think that what my heart's desire was 20 years ago has actually been fulfilled, and here we are.
How fulfilling.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So as females, sometimes for the female that's out there and she has a dream that's been nagging at her since she was a little girl, or for the female that's already in business, or maybe she's been in a long-term career in some other field, we face obstacles, we face challenges, we face some negative things in our life. What kind of obstacles did you face to fulfill your dream, and how did you overcome those?
I think some of the obstacles that I had were mainly myself, doubting myself. And so as I was taking classes that I needed as pre-dental student, I just had this self-doubt. I can't do this, I can't study all the time. I think the pressure of having to be perfect and then not giving myself any grace just sabotaged my ability to truly take the path that I wanted to. And I'm so thankful that I have the path that I have taken, but I definitely see that those were my own obstacles.
Right. I heard you say something there, giving yourself grace. This is something that I've kind of learned later in life, and since I've opened Curate 3 years ago, I used to just be so driven, and I thought I had to push and lean into some of those masculine sides of myself. And then what I've learned here is that just by leaning into some of that more feminine side, the nurturing side, it's actually just been so much more fulfilling, and the success comes.
Yes.
When I walk in your space, I was blown away. I mean, I had met you before and our spirits just really aligned, but I don't think I've ever been in a brand before that is so emulates who you are as a person. Even now, I'm looking around this space, and from the curves of the wall and the beautiful, delicate lighting, the music that plays gently in the background, to the staff that you've assembled around yourself, everything here nurtures people. It nurtured me, and I had some anxiety around going to the dentist, like so many people do. And yet I felt so nurtured and so cared for here. So I definitely believe that your feminine side, the nurturing side, came out here in this practice.
It definitely wasn't always that way. Going through dental school, which has historically been a male-dominated profession, and coming into this realm and this role, I felt for a long time right after dental school that I had to be one of the guys, and I had to prove my worth by the benchmarks that they use for success. And I was able to do that externally, but internally something did not sit well with me. And it took some time to explore that and to recognize that and to figure out that I was suppressing my feminine side. And so when I finally took the leap to be brave enough to explore that feminine side, I realized that I was able to truly express myself have the practice align with my vision and my values.
Right.
And the success came, and so there was a balance and there was harmony in the internal and the external.
Yeah, well said. Well said. I love that because I have experienced the same thing. So with the success of your practice, I know how successful you are right now just because you've added the second dentist and because you and I have talked, you're just extremely busy. I know that you have tapped into, your yoga side and become a yoga instructor, and you ran the marathon, and you're even into the sculpting. You were just this multi-dimensional female, right? It's so inspiring. But how do you maintain your balance and take care of yourself?
So I think a lot of what I have learned for that balance has been putting the people around me who have strengths that are different than my own, and us learning what those things are, expressing them, and then having boundaries, and entrusting them truly. Because I'm not an office manager, I am not a hygienist. I can do all of those things technically, but that's not my strength.
Right.
And so being able to give people the opportunity to let their light shine as well, those that their vision aligns with mine, it just allows us all to flourish.
Yeah.
And so on the weekends, I try to turn my phone off. I make it a point to not check my email past a certain time.
Good.
I make sure that I am drinking enough water every day.
I'm taking notes. Go ahead. Keep going.
And whenever I feel like something is off within me, the one thing that truly works for me is getting on my yoga mat and just letting everything else go and just connecting back to myself.
Yeah. Okay, so here's some fun rapid fire questions. Tell me your favorite restaurant.
True Food.
Okay, and tell me why you love True Food.
Dr. Andrew Wheel is an MD who understands that the food that you put in your body affects your health, and so it's an amazing gourmet restaurant with great food.
Absolutely. I've got to add that to my to-do list. Okay, what's your favorite form of self-care?
Getting on my yoga mat or getting out in the woods for a trail run or on my mountain bike.
Okay, I love it. And tell me what beauty means to you.
What beauty means to me is being kind to others and being kind to myself.
I love that. And this is such a time in our culture where we need to be kind to each other. And I do believe, I agree with you that it starts with being kind to ourselves.
Yes.
From those positive affirmations to the way that we interact with other people, even people that are different than us and disagree with us, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us. I believe that you are going to inspire other females. I know that you inspire me. You are just beauty and grace in action. I love your practice. I love you. And thank you.
Thank you.